Alright guys, how you going? Mason Corby from Downunder Dynamics, another educational video for our educational series. Now, today's one is not necessarily an educational one as such, because I kind of fucked up and there's multiple stuff ups in this one, so it's more of me just putting my hand up and just going, hey look, shit can happen, you know, and everyone fucks up. Have a check it out. I'm going to run you through what happened. For sure there's other things I could have done differently. I'll probably go through those as well, so if you have any comments or questions, hit us up as well in the comments. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the rawity and the honesty of it. So let's crack on with it. So this is a jump I was doing up at Tari just recently on one of the previous weekends. This is a beginner angles camp, and as you can see I jump a bunny tail. Sorry, can't even remember what it is at the moment. So I jump a bunny tail, and this is a pull out system essentially. So what I do is you pull the pin of the reserve, of the main, sorry, not the reserve, and it drags the pilot chute out. You can see the pilot chute coming out there. As it comes out, I let go and old lady inflates, and out she comes. Good 360 camera. You can see absolutely everything on this, which you're gonna really see a lot in this. So good. Okay, you can see the brakes here. So now see how I've stowed the brakes. So you can see as I come around, the brakes from the top, they come in. I wonder if it comes around. No. So I pull them down the back, and this is one of my mates showed me how to do this. Usually I wouldn't usually do this. Usually I would have the brakes stowed coming through here, and then they'd be loose, dangling through. But he showed me this technique to stick under the pin, because I have pins. And so with this excess that you can see here, that excess is actually back around and the pin goes through that excess. So it's apparently a lot less likely to have a brake fire. Unfortunately that's wrong, because in a previous jump I had 2 brake fires doing this, so it doesn't necessarily work. And you're going to find another thing that can happen quite easily in this next section. So let's continue watching. Cool. So we can see a bit more how it's stowed now. Let's hope this comes around a bit more. Okay. So the excess is down under through here. So it's through the back. All right. So through there, through here, under, and it's looped around the back. Let's watch this one. Cool, hands up, canopies open, great. Okay, so here we can see it probably a bit easier. So you saw before how it came through the back, and then I stow it under here. So it's actually under this pin. This right one looks pretty easy. Usually it's out of the way, okay? Now, you can see here on this one, it's a bit more raggedy on this side. Well, I don't pop it yet. It's holding on. Let's get a bit of a clearer picture, sort my slider out. Blue slider because one of my mates decided to run into me on landing and he tore my slider up, so now I have another slider. Cheese molder. Cool. Let's see if we can see how this stowed before I pull them down. As you can see here, this already looks a bit sketchy, doesn't it? I think you can tell what's going to happen. See, this is how it should look. On this side, brakes coming in, stowed under, toggles out. All right, let's check it out. So I'll do the slider, make sure you're checking. So the reason this is moving, I'm still checking around everywhere. Okay, looking for what's going on, sorting my slider out. It's probably a better view for you. All right, do a chest strap. Now, there's a bit of controversy between, do you do your chest strap first or do you pop your brakes first? And that's for this exact reason as well, for what we're about to find out. So what happens as well, not besides just this, but what happens if you go and do your chest strap and then you need a chop? Your handles are going to be back here. or you might have to hug and do your handles here, okay? So the reason I generally do this, and a lot of the times which you'll see me do in a sec, I undo the chest strap, I'll make sure everything's clean, I'll look up, I'll check the brakes, make sure everything's clear, pop the toggles, okay? My other mate Helmy, he does all his shit, he boom, boom, pulls his slider down, pops his brakes, restows his brakes, and then undoes his chest strap. The reason I choose not to do this is because I'm going to be pretty low. I generally am, unfortunately, quite low, because a lot of the time I'm leading groups, trying to get away from them, and I've done a fair bit of base jumps and I'm quite comfortable on the lower side. I'm quite comfortable with my drills. I've had plenty of chops before, so I know whether to breathe. I've got another chop video that's already been up online, so go and check that one out. I'm not going to go through my cutaway procedures at the moment, but have a look at that. So anyway, back to the video. Now you see I've cleared this one, I've checked this one. I'm actually fumbling around with this, trying to make sure, I'm like, that doesn't look right, something doesn't look right. Okay, I think I need to thread it back through. Yep, ooh, shit. And that's locked off. All right, I know I'm quite low. I've checked up here on my height already. All right, I can't chop it. So I can't chop it. Now, what I'm gonna do, I decide I'm gonna land it. Now I have landed on rears before, so this is why it's always recommended when you first get a canopy to check your landing on your rears. Can you land on your rears? Do you know how to land without brakes? If not, maybe it's best off if you do get off that canopy. But if you've got a good canopy over the head, do you really need to get rid of the reserve, get onto the reserve when it is good? It's up to the individual, so really have a good think about it, okay? It's up to you. I choose on this one not to do it, and I'm gonna go for the landing. All right, well this is me. Got a bit of a harness turn in so it doesn't put a spin on, because I am at half brakes because it did lock off pretty much straight away. Let's go on this side, it might be a bit more comfortable for you to watch. Okay, so I'm coming into landing and I figure, you know what? I don't really want a straight-in approach for this, so I decided to do a 270. I understand that it's going to be a bit of a hairy one due to the speed, but I can land, and I'm decided to slide it out. Okay, so when I do my sliding out, generally I like to have my feet forwards and my feet up. Okay, this way I'm absorbing the landing on the feet up. I don't like to slide or drag because there's a lot more tendency that I'm going to roll my ankle, because I have rolled my ankle, my left one, 2 times and broke it once, broke it once base jumping, and I rolled it twice skydiving from swooping, excuse me, and dragging my foot, and it went back. And then a couple of weeks later, I thought I was good to go, done it again, bonk, hit a rabbit hole, same thing. So got all picked in with its rabbit holes in the landing area. If it's a smooth one, you'd think it's not too bad, but let's wait and have a look. Okay, so 270, come around. Canopy flew fine, it's no different. It's just like doing a half brakes turn. I do have 8,000 plus jumps, so it wasn't too hairy. I do not recommend necessarily doing a 270 with this if you haven't had that experience. Maybe come in. You can see the canopy's flying pretty good, normal, no different. Not even on the brakes a bit. Okay, here I go on the brakes a bit more. Did anyone see what just happened then? Let's go back and rewind. Okay, so as we come out, I've planed out. You can see here I've applied slight pressure to the toggles, to the rears. Okay, canopy's flying, quite normal. Let's have a look. Now, as I say, I'll put my feet down forwards in front, so my toes are up, so I don't drag my toes. So I'm using the heels. If you look at the ground that I'm actually landing on, it's quite uneven. It's not normal. It would have been better if I had landed up this strip here rather than this. So really try to think about and take notice of the landing area, especially if I haven't jumped there much before. So this was a new drop zone for me. I should have gone down. I should have looked at the landing area properly. I had landed here already a couple times, and I did know it was tufty grass, but let's check this out. Foot's down, boom, boom, boom. Look at that. Right, right, right. Oh, gnarly. Not good, eh? So luckily, I actually did not break my ankle. Strained it a little bit. This was only, probably now, 4 days ago, and I can jump up and down on it. Luckily, I was wearing my Gumby suit, my green Gumby suit. Wow, gnarly. So even though I did land, like I said previously, with my feet as I usually would, toes up, I did dig this right heel into the ground more than I normally would because my mind was elsewhere. I was worried about the canopy. I was worried about not having toggles. I thought I'd put a little bit more pressure down than I should than I normally do. Maybe it would have been better off if I just slid in on my ass and I didn't put that pressure down. So these are things you really want to try and take into account. Next time, if this happens, hopefully it doesn't happen because hopefully I'm paying a bit more attention when I'm putting my brakes in and I'm going to fuck around a little bit more and make sure it's a bit better. And I don't come down and my ankle on the grass. Ouch.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Idiot. Absolute idiot. Well, lessons learned. Sometimes you've got to learn the hard way, learn from your mistakes. Cool. Hope you've learned something from this, because I did. Sometimes you're an idiot. Good. Enjoy. If you like this, like and subscribe. See you soon. Enjoy.